All right. Now that we have understood some basic concepts of control systems, we are now going to introduce some control strategies that are normally or that are usually included or implemented in a robotic system. Okay, first of which is the one we introduced earlier, the PID. PID control adjusts the control output based on the proportional, integral, and derivative terms of the error signal. Okay, so remember, just like in the previous slide, when proportional uh, component alone cannot reach our level or target level. Okay, but with the help of the integral part, it can reach that level, but there could be some oscillations that we have to get rid of. Okay, but with the help of the derivative part, those oscillations can be lessened. Okay, so again, the main goal, two main goals, we have to um, stabilize the system and minimize the time it takes to stabilize the system, right? So that's what we want with our control system. And this is kind of classical actually, or default, or actually more basic in robotics. Okay, so other more advanced control strategies could be the model predictive, the adaptive, and the hybrid control. So the model predictive control uses a dynamic robot model to predict its future behavior over a time horizon. So we basically um, train a certain model. Okay, meaning this is already machine learning. So we train that model by our data, okay, our historical data. So based on the movements of our or the past movements or the past uh, data collected by our robot, we can now come up with a prediction model. Okay, the system will be able to predict um, what can happen next, or which one is best, uh, which option is the best to take. Okay, so it can now be more autonomous. Okay, because it can perform decision making based on its prediction. Right. And to advance that further, or maybe this one does not necessarily use AI. Um, we can actually combine adaptive with the predictive part, because adaptive control has the advantage of dynamically adjusting the parameters to account for uncertainties or changes in the robot's dynamics. So, for example, you model this system in this way, in this specific scenario, like in a hot place with low moisture and wide space to navigate through. Okay, and smooth surface, wide space, smooth surface to navigate through. So that's where we modeled our system. Okay, but uh, as long as our robot operates on that specific type of environment, then no problem. However, what if for some reasons the temperature has changed significantly? So there's a big chance the robot cannot operate the way we want it to exactly. Okay, meaning its output, its performance will be affected. Okay, it will not be um, satisfy. It might not satisfy what we really want to happen. Okay, so because it was not able to adjust to the changes in the environment, or the maybe in the scenario. Okay. Another possible thing that could happen is, what if due to the normal accumulation of dusts, and maybe some changes in the position of objects within the environment, then the system, if it's not adaptive, the system could get confused. Okay. So it could identify some things as foreign to it. Okay. So with that, it might not be able to perform accordingly, right? Or if it performs, then the output could be different from what we expect, right? That's why it's nice to include also the adaptive or the adaptability of our system in our model predictive control or our AI-based control systems. Okay, so model predictive, we just predict, but if the system could be adaptive, then much better. So adaptive control systems do not necessarily make use of AI, but they just basically recalculate or reconfigure itself based on the changes in the environment. Okay? Yes, so the one I'm talking about is actually the hybrid. So we combine the model predictive, adaptive, or even the basic PID control. Okay, so we combine multiple control techniques for different operating conditions. Okay, in AI-based control systems, I think the hybrid one is the best option in most cases. Okay, so other than that, okay, by the way, this is an example of a model predictive controller or the MPC, and this one is the hybrid or the adaptive one. Okay, so it doesn't have an AI model in it, doesn't have to be, but this could be a necessary a significant improvement to our MPC. Okay, so that's it. Okay, kindly observe the diagrams. Other than these strategies, we can also choose to have fuzzy logic control. For example, if you want the system to be able to decide on its own based on several inputs, like um, based on the temperature, the moisture, the humidity, the system will either provide a low output, a middle or a moderate output, or a high output. So it has ordinal inputs, and ordinal outputs. Okay, so unlike Boolean logic, which has two possible outputs only, fuzzy logic control has two or more, or it can have two or more possible logic-based outputs. Okay, so fuzzy logic uses linguistic rules for decision making in uncertain environments. Linguistic like the low, mid, high. So um, we assign ordinal data to our linguistic or what we call the nominal values like low, mid, high. So we can assign low as 1, mid as 2, and high as 3. Okay, and then we come up with rules that will form the basis of the fuzzy controller. Okay. And more than that, more than the MPC that we discussed a while ago, we can have other types of neural networks and machine learning control. So they enable robots to learn control strategies from data or adapt to new tasks by trial and error to maximize a reward. So there are a lot of machine learning algorithms to choose from, and it basically requires some research, testing, and of course, some critical thinking to come up with the best one that suits the most with your intended purpose of your control system. Okay. In addition, we also have the sliding mode control designed to handle system uncertainties and external disturbances by forcing the system to slide along predefined surface in its state space. So this one could include neural network as well. So somewhat like a more advanced. It has a neural network plus it has a sliding control, right? So it will be best also to include the adaptive mechanism as well. right? So these could be our options for our control systems, and they have their respective pros and cons for our robotic system. Okay, I think this one goes in the next part. Okay.